Hi, I'm Logan D. Smith for Opinion Subject Change, here to talk about Jaws. But first, this video is not sponsored by underwater earplugs, so that you can swim in peace and not be disturbed by anyone's screams. A woman goes missing at the beach, and her body washes up on shore the next day. Was it a shark attack, a boat strike, or something else? If you're thinking about watching 1975's Jaws, I'm sure you already know. If you don't know, it's a shark attack. Jaws takes place on and around the tourist community of Amity Island, where the new chief of police struggles to deal with a dangerous shark in the waters around. The plot is pretty simple, but there is a reason that Jaws has stuck around for over 40 years. It's a great movie. Jaws has excellent cinematography that places you there, sometimes in a pretty disturbing way. The tension of the film continuously builds around realistic characters. Even when you know characters are making the wrong choice, you can understand why they're doing it. And don't get the idea that Jaws is some action-filled shark chase adventure. It's really not. That's not what it's about. Jaws is about people. People with different experience and different backgrounds trying to do what's best in a bad situation. That's why people still watch Jaws. It's not because of the amazing shark. The shark's not amazing. It may have looked good back in 1975, but it's not great now. Every time you see a shark, you realize of how old this movie is. Now, if it weren't for the soundtrack, Jaws would be a bore fest. That's pretty common among movies. If you take the audio out, the soundtrack out, most movies are pretty lame. But here, Jaws, John Williams' score is implemented to near perfection. It builds the tension and emotion, and then silence, leaving nothing but dread. Even if you've never seen Jaws, you've heard it. And it's probably a real shame that Jaws has been parodied so much, because it will really hinder the experience and tension for a first-time viewer. Conjuring up images of a shark searching for Hostess cakes and asking about cream filling doesn't exactly set the tone that you want in a thriller. I also hope you're not surprised to hear that Jaws has several violent scenes, some of them quite brutal. The reality of the violence makes it much worse than you would experience in most fantasy movies. Coarse language, cigarettes, and alcohol are scattered throughout. But other than a woman briefly skinny dipping in the dark, the nudity is limited to swimwear, and there are very few sexual references. If you are responsible for dealing with potential viewers' nightmares, don't let them watch Jaws. If you are concerned about swimming in the ocean, don't watch Jaws. Now, Jaws is rated PG. But it's probably only rated PG because it came out before the PG-13 rating existed, and I'm sure if it were rated again today, it would be PG-13. I suspect it was much more of an edge-of-your-seat thriller when it came out than it is now. But Jaws is a great movie still today. Well-structured and masterfully executed. I give it a 7 out of 10. Now, some of you might be going, well-structured, masterfully executed, 7 out of 10. Its score was pulled down from an 8 by violence and other negative attributes. And you can see more details about that at my blog, which is at logantsmith.ca, and just click the blog link. Thanks.